great work is mandatory. It's a must. If we want to continue to grow, if we want to get to the goals that we have set forth, then we have to put out great work. It's got to be the best.
What's up, guys? Dustin Jackson here with another episode of Shop Talk Tuesday. And man, with this perfect spring weather in the air, it's time to get those boats out and let's go play. But before you head to the coast, you got to bring it up here to Easy Inn and let us get that baby cleaned up and ready to go. So these boats been sitting around all winter long. They've been rained on and covered under a tarp. There may be mold or dirt that's set in on the inside, but I'm not gonna let you pull up to the beach looking like that. So I've chosen this beautiful Scout to show you just what all it takes and all the steps that we go through to do an interior detail. This is all in order to get you ready for the waterways. All right, now we're gonna get to work. The first step in any detail is to go ahead and put those gloves on. We're dealing with harsh chemicals sometimes and we wanna keep that off our skin, so safety first always. Now, the next step in an interior detail are gonna be the compartments. So on this boat, we got lucky and the compartments were already cleaned out. Most of the time there's life jackets and anchors and stuff in there, so we have to take all that stuff out first to make sure we're getting all the way to the bottom and get these things perfectly clean. So today I got Tabitha here with me. She's the rock star that leads our boat crew. She's phenomenal. But anyway, she's gonna clean these compartments out. She's gonna clean the lids, the tracks, the bottom, all the way around to make sure this compartment is ready to be loaded up for safe keepings of your life jackets, of maybe an anchor, or whatever else you're gonna put in here. It's gonna be clean. So after we got those compartments all clean, the next step we like to go to is the head. And for those of you that don't know, that's the boat's bathroom. I got Joshua in here. That's Tabitha's right-hand man. And he's actually already in here wiping these walls down, cleaning the toilet, cleaning the sink, cleaning the floor, everything. This bathroom is gonna be ready to go when you're ready. So we make sure to take every precaution when we're working on your boat. Some of these boats have soft flooring in it, so we wrap our shoes with microfibers to keep from marking or scarring up the floor. The next step is cleaning the bilge. We never forget that. And here on this boat, it just happens to be really big. So it's easy to get down in here and clean around the pumps and all the connections and get this thing really detailed. There's a lot of hard to reach areas in there, a lot of different stuff to have to clean around, so we gotta have special tools to get down in there and get in all the nooks and crannies and make sure every bit of it's cleaned out. So the next step to be done is this boat's gotta be cleaned up. We gotta prep this surface and get ready for polymer sealant. So we have Josh back out here, and that's actually what he's doing. He's wiping down the underside of this tower, making sure all the bugs and all the pollen and dirt and road grime are cleaned up off this thing, and it's a perfectly clean surface ready for polymer. Along with cleaning the rest of the boat, that upholstery's got to be cleaned too. So we take care of this all in the same process. Tabitha's wiping this thing down, making sure that the upholstery's perfectly clean from mold and mildew or anything that might have been left behind, and then we're going to apply a 303 protectant once that's done. So the next step in this boat cleaning process is we got to scrub the deck. So I got Tabitha down here, and she's spraying it up using a hard brush to scrub the deck clean, to make sure any of the sand or dirt that's been tracked in this boat is cleaned out. That's one of the last steps that we're gonna do before we start applying whatever protection that we're gonna use. Now this boat in particular, it's polymer sealant. A lot of the cases we're doing a ceramic coating, but the process is still the same. After we get the deck all cleaned out, is we're gonna apply its protection to this boat. And this polymer sealant that Tab is applying is gonna go on every square inch of this boat. This is gonna help for oxidation. That means the sun's breaking down that gel coat. This is also gonna help keep the boat clean and make it easier to clean. So things tend to slide off of it. Now we got all the gel coat protected in this boat, but you can't forget about those seats. That's one of the first things that's gonna get messed up by the sun, and it takes the worst beating. So we take 303 aerospace protectant and we protect all the upholstery in the boat. So we're just gonna spray it all over the seats, making sure we got great coverage, and then we're gonna wipe it in, make sure everything's smoothed out. One last little final stage to protecting this upholstery. So the last step in an easy end detail is polishing the metal. And we go as far as polishing every bit of the metal. That includes the kitchen sink. As I sit right here, looking through this dirty glass, I realize we forgot that. Well, that just isn't gonna work here at Easy End. We're gonna get that too. So we really didn't forget the glass. That is our last step. After everything's done, the seats are cleaned up and sealed, All the gel coat's sealed, the metal's polished. The last piece we want to clean is the glass. That's going to be the first thing you look through when you get in your boat ready to hit the water, and we want to make sure it's perfectly streak-free. So as you can see, there's a lot that goes into detailing the interior of a boat. As professionals, we make it look really easy, and this video is going to be really quick, but there's hours that goes into detailing a boat this size. But you can tell, we've got this thing spotless. We got it ready to go. Tabitha's just wiping her way back out of this thing. That's the final step to our detail. We're going to have this thing ready for the water this weekend. And if you're interested in a boat detail like this, go on over to easynDetail.com and check us out. That's going to do it for this week's episode of Shop Talk Tuesday, and I'll see you next week. Ready to go. You want her up first? So the next step in cleaning a boat is we like to go to the head, and that's the bathroom for those that you don't. All right, you ready? The next step that we're gonna, okay. And we got my buddy Josh in here. He's actually Tabitha's boating. Next step is the bilge. I forgot what else to say. The last step in any boat deal. Okay, I forgot. As you pan down to Tabitha, I'm gonna speak to Tabitha and then, yeah. The last step in any boat detail are all the little